mobile in a healthcare setting is more than just your device, because not everyone's using a device. Some people are using screens, some people are using nurse side terminals and so on. So it really is, mobile is about being mobile to the way that you work. So as ThoughtWire got on, the idea again of big data for us was really about how can I get a sub-branch of AI. So we use a machine reasoning tool on our platform that we've built on getting into technical terms, a semantic web principle basis. So bringing uniformity to how the different applications and different things can all talk to each other and at once. And again, bringing the idea of, in context, if something is happening over here with one device and there's also elements happening in another area and so on, my decision might be different than if I knew about the one piece in isolation. So how can we drive that into a better outcome in healthcare and smart buildings and so on? But specifically in healthcare, when you think of that as an organization, it is so complex. And Lydia, I'm sure, is going to talk a lot about it. Complex in terms of the different systems that are already in place that are necessary. I'm sure if hospitals can start fresh today, there's a big decision on how they would do things versus what's been done in the past, but it's not realistic, it's not economical. How can you actually make use of the data that's available and the clinicians and administrative staff and executives who also need access to it? All data is not the same for all people, is another actual element of what we're talking about. So to think of that legacy systems piece, integrating all the systems together, never going to happen. If it actually was to happen, you would be pinned to that version of that legacy system with nothing else actually available. So it's how can you be fluid enough to get what you need when you want it. So where ThoughtWire really tries to think about from a optics perspective is our software tries to sense what's going on by listening to the different devices, listening to the things going on. So that goes from base building things like elevators and cameras and fire alarms and everything, up a level into your more clinical type settings with smart beds and nurse call systems, all the way up to an EMR, and trying to get everything that's happening. So really think of if this and that is happening, what should that outcome be? And canceling out the rest of the noise, because big data is really big, and it actually makes the problem almost worse if it's uncontrolled. We're kind of like man with fire before we started to realize how to actually make it work. And people are going to get burned here right now. Like, there's a lot of information, and it's impossible for people to actually use it right now.